Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to go through some of the news items here, um, looking at canola supply and demand and so a couple other articles as well. Harvey from Producer Profit. So on this chart, there's a few different things that I have of question here. So if we're going to circle these areas here, so you got total disappearance, which actually has your elevator and your terminal elevators that have some grain, and plus your exports that you have. So if this is our current exports at 7.38 million metric tons, and just keep note of that number because as we move forward here, we've got 8.2 missing, so you got 8.2 already getting crushed. We're on average just crushing just shy of a million metric tons a month right at the moment. Just yeah, it's just shy. So this is the USDA estimates, and they have the harvested area and total production at 18.8. They have not budged since fall on this, and yet when we have look at what uh, the stats can, they have it 17.8. So an estimate of about 36 bushels to the acre, and 2.748 is the U.S. their stats can number as well. It got pushed in the same as the USDA on the previous slide. So if I'm saying we're shy on the crush, and we already beat this number, what is this number is the question. And I don't know. Is this number bigger? Which some people have already moved their estimates up. There's a lot of questions that go on here. And like I said, if we've got 1 million metric tons of crush per month, and we're going to increase crush capacity probably in the neighborhood of another close to 3 million metric tons with LDC, the renewable or the diesel plant that's going up in Edmonton, and the Cargill plant in Regina. So you should easily get to 13 million, with no questions asked. But the export program has already beat what I had for estimates here. So yeah, because you're in the neighborhood of this and probably going to approach this kind of a number. We don't have that supply, so there's got to be something that's going to have to break here. So gold hitting 3,500 per ounce as Trump attacks the uh, uh, Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, and it actually shook the market a little bit as well. A lot of the indexes were down yesterday when he's beating that up, and he wants to fire them all. But I don't know if that's actually going to be a good thing. If he's going to do that, there's going to be a lot of problems, I think, in the whole monetary system as he's doing that kind of stuff. And who knows, it might be the right thing to do as well. But oil prices rise on short covering. Palm oil is rising as well. Here's just a snapshot of weather, and you can see here there's uh, above normal temperatures, but there's also moisture that's going in there, and then you've got this cold area that where we're situated right at the moment. So here's your precipitation is uh, abnormally high. Very little planting is going to happen in the next 10 days because of that. But you can see that there's a drought there, and then there's a drought lingering in the background here as well. Here is just the uh, estimated what the weather is going to be like for the summer really, and it just looks somewhat drier in this area and wetter in a couple areas here. Just have a look at the markets here. Canola is just slightly up. Rapeseed just slightly down $1.25. Soybean oil is up a little wee bit as well, approaching some of the highs that we've made in the past. Crude oil is up $1.06, and the New York Harbor is up as well. Soybeans up seven and a quarter cents, and the wheats are all up. So Green Day and the Canadian dollar is just slightly up as well. So if we look at this, um, this is a July chart, and we've had a couple of pullback days, but right up against this moving average here. This is the RSI. There's a crossover there. Could suggest that if you guys are waiting, you may want to re-own it here. But I don't know how much upside there is, but we do still have our targets in at 698. So if you're in here, you've got possibly another $30 gain. Here's uh, your November contract. So you've got another $20 just to get to the previous highs that has been made. The differential from rapeseed to canola is $189, $188.75, depending on how the exchange moves around. But $189, so it is $189 more expensive in Canadian dollars, European rapeseed. So we're going to find some of that movement going offshore just because of that price differential. Here's your price here is 533, so it's at the top end of the range. It's actually beat through some of that range, so it made higher highs on the May, but May is going to be rolling out, and it'll be pricing off August. I would expect the August contract on the European rapeseed to roll up. There is like €80 difference right now. Your soybean oil futures approaching these highs that were made, and if we look at that. So the soybean oil futures is the colored, and the canola is the black. And I've moved the oil futures over to the left here. So that's the high that it made, and you can see that the canola has made these highs, got to this value multiple times as well. So if the canola or the soybean oil can break through this 49 and get to 50, expect the canola to get around there as well and move up. So here is your soybean futures. It's not making new highs or anything yet, but it's definitely climbed a lot higher than I thought with the planting intentions and everything else. Palm oil, it's been a grind down, but it is a positive day here. Here's your crude oil. It's still got a supported trend here, but it's green today. Canadian dollar. Upside target, I would think, is somewhere close to this. Whether if it breaks through there, then it's probably going to there. I kind of think it might retract lower. So just a quick look at wheat. Wheat is still supported, even though it's kind of flagging here a little wee bit, going sideways. Needs to break through that to make higher highs from just a month ago. And we look at the hard red winter, it's basically going nowhere, just going sideways. So bottom end of that channel. Same thing with your Chicago. It's still going higher, but it's at the bottom end of that channel. When you look at the milling wheat, there's got to be a good crop growing there because it's lower than the previous spring. Corn kind of flagging here a little bit as well, but still pretty supportive in price. Here's your foreign exchange performance, and you can see the U.S. dollar has been pushing some of these more erratic moves that we've seen. And that's all I have for you today.